Welcome to GRECO's AIA Continuing Education program. This course is titled Commercial Railing Designs in Stainless Steel and is accredited by the American Institute of Architects for one learning unit for health, safety, and welfare. Before we start, I'd like to give some background on GRECO. GRECO is part of CSW Industrials, a diversified industrial growth company with well-established scalable platforms and domain expertise across two segments, industrial products and specialty chemicals. GRECO was founded in 1991 in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. GRECO designs, engineers, and manufactures and installs architectural railings and metal products throughout Canada and the United States. The company's success has contributed to innovative designs, outstanding customer service, and unparalleled technical support. For new construction or restoration projects, GRECO's architectural railings and metal products have become the first choice of building owners, general contractors, engineers, and project specifiers. The company has offices and fabrication facilities in Hudson Farrell, Terrell, Texas, and in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. This is the AIA Best Practice Statement saying that this course has been approved and in compliance with AIA. This presentation is protected by U.S. and international copyright laws. At the completion of this course, you will be able to understand the various commercial railing types and designs, understand the benefits and features of using stainless steel, understand the critical performance criteria for commercial railings, and understand the essential building codes for commercial railings. This course is intended for educational purposes only. The research, images, and information gathered for the purpose of this course came from a variety of online resources and from various companies to offer an in-depth presentation on commercial railings. For your specific projects and railing designs, please work directly with your railing fabricator or manufacturer to get the most accurate and up-to-date information. We've divided this course into 5 key sections or topics. First, we'll start with an overview of interior and commercial railings, discussing the various railing types, materials, and designs. Then we'll discuss stainless steel railings, sharing the features and benefits in using stainless steel as a railing material and the various design options and grades of stainless steel. Next, we'll provide a high-level overview of codes and performance related to commercial railings, then get into the considerations for product specifications, and then wrap up with some key takeaways from the presentation. I'm sure we all have a basic understanding of commercial railings and where they're used, but let's break it down and review applications and types of railings. In this chart, you'll see the various types of interior and exterior railings. Although many aspects are similar, such as the type of materials and type of railings, the design and performance will vary based on where the railing is placed. Whether it's complementing an exterior facade of a high-rise or creating an ultra-contemporary look in an office building interior. The common denominator, regardless of where railings are being used, is that it must provide a level of safety and protection. So, in its simplest of terms, commercial railing systems must provide safety, must meet local and national building code requirements, is an important architectural element of your building, can actually help define the building's facade, and today more than ever, there are many design options to consider. So let's first take a look at interior projects. The type of projects where railings play a critical role can include, but not limited to, shopping malls, office space, retail, churches, entertainment, and transportation. The most common types of railings in these projects are stair rails, guardrails, and handrails. When we look at exterior railings, we typically see them play a critical design role in multifamily construction, commercial buildings, and institutional projects. Typical railing types in these applications include guardrails, balcony rails, and handrails. Now let's look at the different types of railings. When we're talking about railing types and designs, we have pickets, panels, glass, cable, and custom. Let's start with picket railings. Traditional vertical pickets are by far the most popular railing design. It can offer both a classic or a contemporary look depending on design and material. Picket railings are strong, attractive, and versatile, and are widely specified on commercial projects due to their refined elegance and longevity. Panel railings, or railings with panel infills, can be as simple as plain metal panels or decorative perforated panels. Perforated panel railings can be designed with custom punches and can offer a wide range of shapes and designs. Although plain metal panels are an option, most panel designs offer a perforated design pattern to add interest to the project while still providing a level of privacy and concealment. One of the most popular infills for commercial railings is glass for both interior and exterior applications. Today we see glass railings in almost every railing application. Glass can be used as a traditional infill or as a structural railing on its own without post or top rails. Glass is one of the most versatile products in the industry, offering a contemporary look with a high level of performance depending on the railing design and glass makeup. Cable infills have become a popular choice for railings as they are both contemporary in design and provide minimal obstructed views. The cables can come from various diameters, typically ranging from 1/8 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. Cables are typically stainless steel due to the rigidness and durability and looks. Custom railings can offer a combination of styles or designs with unique shapes, colors, and finishes. Custom railings can range from traditional ornamental to sleek and contemporary, with both simple and very complex shapes. Now let's take a look at the various materials and components that can make up a railing. As railing types can create a specific design or look, the material used can define the style, performance, and durability. As railing types can create a specific design or look, the materials used can define the style, performance, and durability. Commonly used materials for railing posts include wood, vinyl, aluminum, stainless steel, and glass. Wood provides a classic look, and as long as the wood is treated properly, they should be durable and have a relatively long lifespan. With wood posts, the force is directed to the joists and rim joist connections, and so builders need to pay close attention to post and joist framing procedures and select the most appropriate fasteners. There are a wide variety of framing techniques, each of which carries with it different challenges and cost. Vinyl railing systems are considered low maintenance because they are easy to clean with common household solutions and do not require painting. Vinyl does not rot like wood and does not corrode like some metals. However, in some geographic locations, the stability of vinyl can be affected by extreme hot or cold temperatures. The structural posts in top and bottom rails are commonly reinforced with aluminum or steel, and with metal-to-metal connections and hidden fasteners, the aesthetics of the railing systems remain intact. Wood plastic composites offer a look of natural wood grain patterns in a variety of colors, but unlike wood, they do not need to be stained or painted. They also have a much lesser tendency to rot, warp, or splinter. Aluminum is commonly used in off-the-shelf systems because of its lightweight and easy installation options, and because they tend to be more durable than wood or vinyl. They distribute the load well and are usually coated with a powder coat finish to help prolong the life of the metal. Aluminum is a non-ferrous metal that is lightweight, strong, and known for its resistance to corrosion. Aluminum railings can be powder coated or anodized to meet the aesthetic requirements of the project, and over the long term require relatively little maintenance. As a railing material, aluminum offers ease of fabrication and versatility in design, and as such is used for structural components and decorative panels. Although commonly used in areas that require greater resistance to corrosion, aluminum is one of the softer metals in use. Aluminum tube is available in a large variety of shapes through the process of extrusion. It can be cut, deburred, or welded. Fasteners and fittings are readily available and used in conjunction with tube, adhesive, and/or welding. This makes for an effective way to build railings. Stainless steel tends to combine the best of all worlds in that they are strong, durable, and are usually engineered to exceed most local building codes. Stainless steel can be fabricated with a range of finishes. Stainless steel can be brushed, polished, powder coated, and plated easily. It resists corrosion very well and has the capability to maintain its luster for a long time, and maintenance requirements are low. Stainless steel, like steel, is stronger and more durable than other metals and therefore allows for leaner designs to be employed in railings. The major advantage of stainless steel over steel is that it is more resistant to corrosion. Again, like steel, stainless steel tubes can be found easily in a round, square, rectangular, or oval shapes. It can be cut, deburred, and welded. Additionally, fasteners and fittings for stainless steel tubes are readily available. As we've mentioned earlier, glass as a material is extremely durable and can be used structurally without post and top rails. The glass makeup and how it's treated will dictate the strength of the glass. Glass can also be tinted or colored to create visual interest or to provide privacy. Let's take a quick look at the typical components of a railing system. Traditional railing components include a railing post, the railing infill, and the top rail. Together, these components make up the main visual and structural element of a railing system. There are many different options for component materials, with either a single material or a whole system, or with different materials combined for a railing that is unique to the specific building project. In addition to being designed to enhance the building aesthetic elements, railings should be designed for strength, durability, and safety. In general, when selecting the railing post for a typical railing system, the critical design elements include the size of the post spacing, and the type of attachments. Additionally, for metal posts, you need to consider pipe or tube post and the thickness of the metal. There are three basic post attachment methods or mounting options: side mounts, top mounts, and core mounts. These different mounting options can vary based on various circumstances. Side mounts are mounted on the fascia and cannot be seen from the deck or floor. Top mounts are fastened directly to the top of the deck or floor, with the fasteners being exposed or covered with a cover plate. And core mounts and core drills into the deck, typically concrete, creating a concealed attachment. Base plate covers can be applied for aesthetics. For metal railing posts, there are a variety of railing post design options. Typically, you'll see square tubing, round tubing, a flat bar post, or a custom design post. The infills are where things get interesting, creative, and really define the look of a railing. Functionally, the infill is a critical component of the railing system and its performance. Infills can be made of bar rails or balusters and run vertically. This type of infill on railings are referred to as a vertical picket, or more commonly, picket railings. You can also have bar rails that run horizontally for a more contemporary look. Woven wire or metal mesh is another infill option. Perforated metal panels can offer a contemporary industrial look. Cable infills can be designed both horizontally or vertically and provide a great option to minimize visual obstruction. And last, as discussed earlier, there is glass, which can be used in a traditional railing infill. Depending on the placement and purpose of the railing, health and safety considerations will also factor into the material and infill choices. For example, a railing system on a multi-story apartment building or hotel may include tempered glass panels as infills to provide a solid physical barrier between the decks and the ground. Alternately, a homeowner who installs a new deck in their yard may desire a railing that provides a clear line of sight to the yard without the frequent cleaning required of glass, and in this case, cable rails may be the perfect solution, or vice versa. In short, the project needs and desired aesthetics will determine the infill solution and the material. The top rail is a horizontal member across the top of a railing system that typically is affixed to the railing post and acts as a cap to the railing. Keep in mind that the top rail is different from the handrail. Here you see some railings with handrails attached to the railing. Handrails are designed to be grasped by the hand and to provide people with stability or support. Not all railing systems have top rails, as you can see in this glass railing system. When selecting or designing a top rail, there are many factors to consider, such as style, shape, material, color, and finish. The choice of a top rail can also be based on function. For example, a flat surface for placing objects on, or an easy-to-grasp railing for stairs, as well as aesthetics with contemporary or traditional styles. Top rails can be designed to be attached to the face of the post using rail connection brackets, while others rest on the tops of the post and are secured with fasteners. Handrails, as we mentioned earlier, can have extensions in return and are available as an accessory or custom design to meet ADA and specific handrail building codes when required. As with posts, the top rail is also usually made of wood, aluminum, composites, or stainless steel. The material choices have similar pros and cons. For example, wood top rails make an aesthetic statement and work well for interior railing systems. However, even the best treated wood will eventually give way to the elements when used outdoors. Aluminum and composite materials are subject to wear and tear as well. Additionally, some composite materials require a supporting structural component to reduce the risk of deflection in the top rail. And as with posts, stainless steel works as an ideal material because of its longevity, corrosion resistance, and finish options. For example, a brushed stainless or satin finish can be beneficial for top rails to retain less heat than highly polished surfaces, and thus ensure that the railing can be comfortably used even in the hot sun. The benefits takes into consideration the health, safety, and well-being of building occupants and the general public by allowing the rail to be used regardless of the time of year, all while allowing the designers the freedom of creative design for aesthetics. So now let's dive into our main topic of stainless steel railings. Stainless steel as a material is one of the most forgiving materials when it comes to durability and aesthetics. Stainless steel resists corrosion and is very easy to maintain, whether used for railing systems or home appliances. The aesthetic element stems primarily from how the steel is finished. Whether that finish achieves a highly polished marine look, a refined brushed satin look, or adds color and texture through the powder coating. In this section, we're going to address 3 areas. Why use stainless steel? We'll look at the advantages and benefits of using stainless steel. Then we'll review designing with stainless steel, addressing some of the design options that are available. And last, we will discuss the various types of stainless steel grades and the importance of understanding which type of stainless steel grade should be used. So why design with stainless steel? Well, there's a multitude of reasons and benefits to consider. Let's start with strength. Stainless steel is stronger than aluminum. The tensile strength is measured as force per unit area, and in the international system of units, the unit is the pascal. A multiple is called megapascal, or MPa. The ultimate strength for stainless steel is 590 MPa's versus that of 300 MPa's for 6061-T6 aluminum. The benefits of stainless steel's additional strength are evidenced in the railing system's post and handrails, which can be constructed to be much thinner than those made of aluminum. A strength equivalent stainless steel post is 50% thinner than an aluminum post. Moreover, the surface hardness of stainless steel is much higher than that of aluminum, and thus it resists scratches and is easy to maintain as compared to aluminum counterparts. Additionally, stainless steel's fatigue performance is twice that of aluminum, and that adds to the product's durability. In terms of railings, a stainless steel rail will likely provide more years of safe, aesthetically appealing use than an aluminum system. Stainless steel railings offer superior weather resistance compared to any other railing material type. Stainless steel is the most immune metal to corrosion and is not affected by the sun's ultraviolet rays, providing a long-lasting, weather-resistant material. Stainless steel is readily recyclable, encouraged by the ease of traceability and inherent value. This therefore helps to reduce the overall environmental impact of a structure, which is an important factor when considering choice of materials. With some of the features just highlighted regarding strength, surface hardness, resistance to corrosion, and weatherability, stainless steel is almost a carefree material. To remove any dirt, marks, grease, etc., wipe it down with a damp cloth. That's all you have to do for maintaining a stainless steel railing. They are low maintenance because stainless steel railings will not crumble, fracture, or bend over time. Affordability. This is probably a benefit that you would not think of when it comes to stainless steel. But because stainless steel is a much stronger material, it takes less material to generate an equally strong railing system, which is why aluminum posts and handrails tend to be much larger and thicker than their stainless steel counterparts. A strength equivalent stainless steel post is 50% thinner than an aluminum post. Additionally, stainless steel doesn't require periodic finishing or maintenance to retain its appearance and can endure all weather without losing its shine. Stainless steel railings are virtually zero maintenance with high strength, providing a very long life to the product. Aside from the strength and maintenance benefits, stainless steel railing systems can be customized by the architect or designer to meet the specific aesthetic and specific needs of the project. Architects can optimize their design to make the most of the sight lines or create thin profiles, providing their clients with a personalized visual aesthetic that meshes seamlessly with the building's design. Stainless steel railings offer a wide variety of infill options that can maximize safety while minimizing visual obstruction of the surroundings by the railing. For example, in situations where physical safety is of paramount importance, a laminated glass infill may be used to provide a solid barrier while still offering unobstructed views. Glass infills, which we'll talk about in more detail when we discuss various infills, can also help reduce the impact of the wind, which can also be a hazard in some regions. The strength and durability of a stainless steel railing system can provide this added level of safety, all while emphasizing a sleek, modern design. Finally, stainless steel provides a much greater visual impact to any project. A lot of commercial and residential structures use railings made of stainless steel to enhance the beauty and strength of their buildings. Stainless steel provides a sleek and modern look, particularly for structures with contemporary designs. The good thing about stainless steel railings is that you can choose a particular design from a wide variety of available options based on your preferences. You can even have the railings customized according to your specific requirements. In addition, the material is durable and long-lasting. It is the most preferred metal for construction in general, and railings in particular. The basis of design for stainless steel railings, similar to other railing types, is the railing post, typically square or round, a top post, which can be optional depending on the design, and an infill. Common infill options are stainless steel cable, variations of glass or stainless steel bars. Other necessities can include a base cover for the post-mounted handrail brackets or mounting top rails, and end caps or wall returns for the top rails. Stainless steel railings can be offered as prefabricated or custom fabricated. We'll discuss both options. Understanding the pros and cons and how a railing system is fabricated should be one of the first design considerations. We will then look at the various finishes that are available with stainless steel and finish this section with the various infills that will dictate the overall look and style of a railing system. We're going to focus on some key elements of design by comparing prefabricated and custom fabrication, the various finishes that are available, and then look at the most common design options. Prefabricated or component systems for stainless steel railings is a knockdown system where the post, top rails, and all the parts and pieces are all prefabricated and put together per the approved railing specifications. Prefabricated stainless steel railing systems offer a fairly simple approach to designing and selecting a railing system. However, from a design and potentially performance standpoint, there are limitations with the type of stainless steel systems involved. Here are the critical elements with a prefabricated or component railing system. The system is pre-tested and approved to meet specific building code requirements. This may or may not meet your specific project requirements, so be sure to understand what the system and components you select are qualified for. There is a variety of components to select from to create your railing system, but keep in mind you must use the systems offered and typically cannot customize in any way. The railing designs are semi-customizable by mixing the different approved components. CAD drawings should be available from the fabricator on specific railing component designs. Delivery time can be short if all the components are in stock from the fabricator. However, don't assume this because it is a prefabricated system that all components are available. There may be lead times to either order the parts or materials. In most cases, the quality of the components and overall railing system is quite good. However, like with any fabricator, manufacturer, or supplier, the quality can vary, so be sure to do your homework on who's providing the system. The overall assembly should be fairly straightforward. The quality and time to assemble will be based on the site conditions, environment, and installer. Fully custom stainless steel railing systems are just that, custom in design as well as fabrication. The railing system is designed and fabricated without prefabricated components, but rather designed and fabricated in-house per a project specification and typically welded rather than using fasteners. Custom fabricated stainless steel railings offer architects and owners the highest quality product suited specifically to their project. Here are the critical elements with a custom railing system. Custom fabricated stainless steel railings are most commonly offered by local fabrication houses. Architects or owners can visit a fabricator's facility to get to know the individuals involved with the project. A true custom one-of-a-kind system is created based on the project design. Many custom fabricators will work directly with the architect to help with achieving the desired design and performance required. The structural integrity of a custom system is typically superior to a prefabricated system and will provide a much longer lifespan. A custom fabricated stainless steel railing offers the best possible quality. In addition to the structural integrity, the systems are typically hand welded and attention paid to the smallest details. Similar to prefabricated systems, the quality can certainly vary from fabricator to fabricator, but overall you'll find custom fabricators in the business to offer the highest quality products. As mentioned, each custom railing system is designed and fabricated based on specific project specifications. As for installation costs, custom systems are actually less expensive to install than prefabricated systems. Prefabricated systems must be completely assembled on the job site, whereas custom systems come to the job site as a completed railing unit, making the installation go much quicker. And don't assume custom railings will have a significant long lead time. In fact, custom railing systems can actually be comparable to prefabricated systems, as many components with prefabricated systems come from outside the country. And lastly, and probably one of the biggest benefits with custom fabricated railings, is that you will see a significant reduction in maintenance and repairs over the life of the railing system. Selecting the right stainless steel finish for your application is very important. You're probably looking for a long lifespan, corrosion resistance, and low maintenance. However, the process can be somewhat confusing, as there are different standards that offer their own designations for each type of stainless steel surface finish. Some manufacturers even create their own in-house standards to designate the surface finishes of their products. From a specification standpoint, it's best to use the most recognized standards and to have the manufacturers match those standards. The process to finish stainless steel is either a mill finish, a polish finish, or some other type of special finishing process. Mill finishes are produced by passing the stainless steel through a roll or die. They are often the least expensive option and range from dull to mirror-like. Polish finishes are produced by mechanically abrading the surface of the stainless steel with a series of abrasives. The grit size used depends on how rough the initial surface finish of the stainless steel being polished is. This process creates surface finishes that range from dull to satin to highly polished. Special finishes can offer a unique aesthetic, such as swirls, patterns, or other custom designs. The techniques to achieve these special finishes can vary greatly depending on the fabricator. There are many types of stainless steel finishes. Each technique requires a varying level of labor required to achieve. Furthermore, each technique can create an entirely different look. When specifying stainless steel finishes, it's important to understand that each finish type requires a different degree of labor, which will affect the cost. We're going to discuss the 3 most popular stainless steel finishes for architectural railings. A number 4 polish finish is achieved by sanding in a vertical direction using 150 to 180 grit abrasive sandpaper. This is one of the most common stainless steel finishes used in architectural metalwork. A number 6 polish finish will have a finger grain finish with a brighter sheen than a number 4 finish railing. Fine brush polished stainless steel requires the same sanding, but also must be buffed with a buffing compound on a cloth wheel. The quality of the surface depends greatly on the amount of sanding done and the fineness of the abrasives used. And then we have the number 8 polish finish, which is a mirror polish. As you would imagine, will result in a highly reflective finish. Mirror polishing requires a significant amount of buffing to achieve this reflective look. While polishing, great care must be taken to remove deep scratches. Any defects will show through and be quite noticeable once you reach the final stage. One benefit of a mirror polished stainless steel is that the finishing process improves the corrosion resistance. This is because it removes crevices where corrosion-causing chlorides can sit and do their work. A key design component to the look and performance of a stainless steel railing is the actual infill. The infill can not only define the design of the railing, but also help define the architecture of the building or structure. We're going to take a look at 4 most common infills for stainless steel: panels, cables, bars, and glass. Panel infills offer an array of custom or standard patterns from manufacturers and allow for the creation and design of very unique railing systems or a very industrial or plain system, all achievable with panel infills. When designing with panels, there's typically less concern about having a visual unobstructed railing and more emphasis on the design element of the panels. Additionally, panel infills is typically the design choice if there is a need for visual concealment. When architects incorporate a railing system and want to provide a view, the last thing they want to do is obscure the view with the bulky railing system. With a stainless steel cable infill, you can provide a seamless connection between the built and natural environments, and thin cables can often become invisible from a distance, thus giving the illusion of an unobstructed view, and yet provide the necessary safety for the building occupants. Cable infill can withstand the wear and tear of different weather throughout the year, and because it is corrosive resistant, it requires minimal maintenance. While glass infills can keep the line of sight clear as well, it can get dirty, requiring routine cleaning. Stainless steel bars as an infill can be designed horizontally or vertically, depending on the design and style the architect or owner is looking for. Building codes are flexible on the type of material that is used, but requires that the opening, such as between bars, cannot allow a 4-inch diameter sphere to pass through. Bar infills can offer a very elegant and contemporary railing design, allowing minimal obstructed views. Last on our list of infills is glass. Glass infills or glass railings are a very popular railing style for many reasons. Glass railings offer the following features and benefits: provides unobstructed views, has structural integrity and durability, protects against high winds, offers a variety of design flexibility, and provides low maintenance as a material. In addition to using glass as a traditional infill for stainless steel posts and end caps, there are a variety of stainless steel railing designs that incorporate glass, including post, pins, talons, and shoe mounts. When designing a traditional post railing system with glass, there are a variety of designs that can create incredible unique railings, as well as very traditional railing styles. For a very modern and contemporary look that minimizes the structural element of holding the glass in place, stainless steel point supports offer a minimalist look with great adjustability. Here are a few examples of glass railings with stainless steel point supports. Another minimalistic and contemporary look are with spigots. Spigots are easy to install and allows for water and debris runoff. This is a common application around pools and porches. As you can tell, practically all glass railing designs provide a clean, contemporary look. A shoe mount for glass railings offers extreme strength and adjustability, again offering a frameless option with no exposed edges at the base. Railing caps can be applied for aesthetics, and handrails can be applied if required or desired. There are a variety of shoe mount designs that are offered by railing manufacturers. Two key design decisions include if the shoe mount is exposed or not, and if the system is wet glazed or dry glazed. So let's wrap up this section with a brief overview of the most common types of stainless steel grades used in architectural applications. Stainless steel comes in 5 distinct families of alloys, each of which offer particular benefits. The different grades are generally categorized based on their alloying elements, which is what determines the chemical structure and mechanical properties. The austenitic family is the 300 series of alloys and is the most common alloys found in architectural products and applications, and they account for more than 70% of all stainless steel production. The most common alloys or stainless steel grades are 301, a lower alloy grade that offers high strength and ductility. 304 is a general purpose grade and the most common stainless steel on the market. And 316, which has superior corrosion resistance and is thus found in many marine applications. It's worth mentioning 2 other stainless steel grades that are outside of the austenitic family and used in architectural applications. 430 is the most common alloy outside of the austenitic family and is part of the ferritic alloy family and is primarily found in interior architectural applications. And 2205 combines many of the benefit properties of both ferritic and austenitic steels. 2205 is the most widely used duplex stainless steel grade. Its high chromium and molybdenum content gives the stainless steel excellent corrosion resistance and is a great choice when there may be potential issues of tea staining, which we'll discuss shortly. For exterior architectural railings, the 3 preferred and most common stainless steel grades are 304, 316, and 2205. Let's take a look at each and where to use them. Stainless steel 304 grade posts and railings are often used in protected outdoor areas or areas where weather conditions aren't very harsh, and they don't need a protective coating and are usually finished with satin or mirror to protect from corrosion. 304 grade steel railings are also a great choice for indoor railings and nothing more than regular cleaning and soap and water to maintain. One caution with 304 grade is to beware of installing stainless steel 304 in salty or chlorinated environments as they will cause corrosion. For commercial railings with a higher resistance to corrosion, look for 316 grade stainless steel railings. The material's chromium content interacts with the air to basically repair and protect itself from scratches and rust. If your commercial railings will be used in industrial applications or outside, 316 grade steel is likely your best choice. It works well in more extreme environments due to the high corrosive resistance. Although the 316 grade has a higher corrosion performance than grade 304, you should always consult with your manufacturer when using stainless steel in high salt or coastal areas to fully understand the level of corrosion resistance and expected performance for the specified stainless steel grade. Although 316 performs better than 304 when it comes to corrosion, the premium grade for high salt content regions is 2205. As we mentioned, 2205 is a duplex stainless steel grade that provides superior corrosion resistance and should be the product of choice in areas that will have an extreme exposure to salt-laid area and coastal areas. Additionally, it's worth noting that this duplex steel is generally twice as strong as austenitic and ferritic stainless steels. These higher strength alloys are capable of supporting greater loads and spanning large distances while retaining a slim and elegant form. Using duplex stainless steel can reduce the extent of routine maintenance and help retain the original appearance for an extended lifespan. Let's spend a minute and talk about tea staining. As we mentioned, using a 2205 grade stainless steel is the best stainless steel product to resist tea staining or corrosion. As great as stainless steel is as an architectural material, metal will rust or corrode when exposed to extreme harsh conditions over a period of time. The metal alloy bonds in the stainless steel break down. When you start to see a slight discoloration, it's often known as tea staining. The environment that can result in tea staining is typically a 15-mile radius of coastal regions. These harsh environments are at most risk of this sort of corrosion, as salt water and high humidity have been identified as a major cause. Not only does tea staining look displeasing, it is the telltale sign that your stainless steel is on its way to becoming irreversibly corroded and rusty. If your stainless steel railing will be in these types of conditions, you should work closely with your railing manufacturer to determine if 2205 grade is the right stainless steel to use. So let's take a quick look at the stainless steel grades we just discussed and see how they compare with their resistance to corrosion. Each of the alloys that we have discussed have different corrosion resistant levels, which the steel industry created an index to measure, called the Pitting Resistance Equivalent Number, or PREN. As discussed, 2205 is the best performing grade of stainless steel, particularly against corrosion or tea staining. To see how it compares to the other grades with corrosion resistance, we can take a look at the PREN index. For an alloy to be fully corrosion resistant to harsh environments, as we discussed, you will need a score of at least 32 on the PREN index. As you can see from this graph, 316 stainless steel scores about a 24, making it susceptible to corrosion. Even 316L, which is a higher grade resistance to general corrosion, scores a 28. 304 stainless steel only scores a 20, which is why it's predominantly used for interior applications or environments at least 5 miles away from salt water. Then we have 2205, which scores 34, making it fully corrosion resistant to saltwater contaminants. 2205 stainless steel is going to be more durable, longer lasting, and safer in the long term. To wrap up this discussion on corrosion with stainless steel, there are a variety of sealers and coatings in the market designed to provide a level of protection against harsh environments that can cause tea staining, corrosion, or rust. Work with your railing fabricator to identify which products may be the best solution for your specific project. Today's architectural projects have high requirements when it comes to material selection, especially when it comes to metals. Architects need metals that are strong, durable, and lightweight, but which also can be cost-effective. Structural components, especially those in which safety will be a key consideration, must be able to withstand extreme weather, climate, air pollution, and disasters from Mother Nature. Not to mention, the materials must be flexible enough to fit many different use scenarios while having an aesthetic appeal even after much time has elapsed. Stainless steel, as the name implies, is best known for its corrosion-resistant properties. But the many benefits and revolutionary uses of stainless steel extend far beyond any single attribute, as we have discussed. Stainless steel is a perfect material for architectural railings, providing beauty, strength, and design flexibility. Working with the right railing manufacturer can provide the technical information and support to select the right type of steel and railing system to meet any design needs and requirements. In this section, we'll take a brief look at railing codes and performance. We could easily have an hour-long course dedicated to this topic related to railings. For the purpose of our presentation, we're going to look at some of the most critical codes and standards related to railings and provide some key references. The most important thing to remember about building code requirements is that they are constantly changing, and it's critical that the railing manufacturers stay on top of the most current codes and standards. Specifiers and owners must be careful in selecting a railing manufacturer, as some companies will offer low-cost options that may not meet the current building code requirements. In working with a reputable railing manufacturer, you can be assured that their engineering staff offers only the highest level of quality while meeting the required building codes. The International Building Code, or IBC, is a model building code Developed by the International Code Council, ICC, it has been adopted and used as a base code standard throughout most of the United States. The IBC has long been the governing reference manual for determining minimum load requirements. The 2021 IBC minimum design load requirements for glass guardrails fall under 4 sections: handrails and guards, concentrated loads, intermediate rails, and loads. We will take a brief look at each one of these code requirements that are critical to glass railings. Let's start with the IBC load requirements for handrails and guards. Handrails and guards shall be designed to resist a load of 50 pounds per lineal foot applied in any direction at the top and to transfer this load through the support of the structure. For concentrated loads, handrails and guards shall be able to resist a single concentrated load of 200 pounds applied in any direction at any point along the top, and to transfer this load through the supports to the structure. For intermediate rails, which are all those except for handrails, which include balusters and panel fillers, shall be designed to withstand a horizontally applied normal load of 50 pounds on an area equal to 1 square foot. For loads in section 2407.1, it states that the railing panels and their support systems shall be designed to withstand the loads specified in section 1607.8. A safety factor of 4 shall be used. It's important to understand that the minimum load requirements provided in the IBC are design loads provided for engineers to be used in the completion of calculation reports. In order for glass railings to be considered code compliant by testing methods, the glass railing manufacturer must work with the International Code Council approved testing facility, and the testing facility is required to follow the ICC-ES AC 439. The ICC-ES AC 439 testing procedure properly uses code-defined minimum loads and deflection requirements along with the appropriate safety factors for the glass and other railing components. These tests are performed on complete glass railing systems and not isolated components such as the base shoe, top rail, handrail, and glass. In addition to the load requirements that we have just discussed, there are other code and performance criteria that manufacturers must meet and the architect should be aware of. Guardrails or railings are first and foremost to provide safety and protection. The IBC requires a guardrail to be 42 inches in height. Handrails are located between 34 and 38 inches and have dimensional limitations for graspability. As such, if a 42-inch guardrail is called for on a stair or ramp, it will also require a secondary handrail at the appropriate height. A guard top rail that is not used as a handrail would not have a graspability size limitation. Guards also have opening limitations to consider. The most common requirement is that no opening be large enough to allow a 4-inch sphere to pass. For glass railings, to meet the required safety requirements, the glass must be constructed of either laminated fully tempered glass or laminated heat strengthened glass. Glass infills shall be of the approved safety glazing material that conforms to the provisions in section 2406.1. For all glazing types, the minimum normal thickness shall be 5/16 inch. Laminated glass shall comply with Category 2 CPSC 16, CFRC 1201, or Class A or ANSI Z97.1, listed in Chapter 25. Keep in mind that our discussion is a very broad overview of codes related to railings and that every state or municipality may have different code requirements. Here's a short list of codes and standards that are typically referenced in the design and installation of commercial railings. You should work closely with the railing manufacturer to make sure all the proper codes are met and that there is a full understanding of the requirements for each project. Now let's take a look at selecting the right product for your project and product specifications. Architectural commercial railings offer designers multiple designs and performance benefits. There are numerous design options, styles, and railing types to choose from, all offering different aesthetics, maintenance, and performance capabilities. Architectural railings are continually evolving and engineered to meet the most demanding national, regional, and local building codes while offering architects unique and stylized designs that can complement or define the look of a building. It's critical to make sure you understand all aspects of the railing products that you select and make sure your specifications are tight and clearly define the railing system you want for your project. Doing your due diligence in selecting the right railing system is critical to the project's success. Working with a reputable railing fabricator with a strong track record is vital to being able to get the support and information you need. Here's an example of a short checklist of items that should be considered when selecting a railing system and starting the design process. A good checklist includes the following: colors, material types, and glass type, the post spacing, welded systems versus components, glass thickness, codes and standards that have to be met, required samples or submittals for the project, mock-ups for larger projects, test reports, shop drawings, manufacturer certifications and warranties, and maintenance information. 3 key areas that should be considered in any product evaluation and specification includes the structure and performance, aesthetics, and execution and delivery. As with most major architectural building products that you're specifying, it's highly recommended that you're including your railing system in a CSI 3-part master format spec. Product Master Spec at www.productmasterspec.com is a great resource for architects to find CSI 3-part specifications by product that are correctly written and can be easily downloaded to be incorporated into your project master specification. So let's wrap up with a few key takeaways from this presentation. We should have a pretty good understanding that architectural railings can help define a space while providing a mandated level of safety. You can certainly find the railing systems for your project, as there are numerous railing designs to choose from. If you're looking for extreme durability with a beautiful and timeless look, you should consider stainless steel. Keep in mind that all stainless steel is not the same. Make sure you understand and specify the type of stainless steel that provides the durability and aesthetics you desire for your project. Custom fabricated stainless steel railings can offer many advantages over prefabricated railings, such as overall structural integrity, lower maintenance and repairs, and lower installation costs. And with all critical products or materials on a project, make sure you work with a reputable manufacturer that has an extensive portfolio of work, provides quality products, and offers technical support to help you and your team design the railing system that meets your desired aesthetics and required performance. This concludes our AIA course presentation. To complete this distance learning portion of this course, you will need to take the course test of 10 questions and get 80% or better correct. If you'd like any additional information on GRECO aluminum railings, you can visit our website at www.grecorailings.com, or if you're in the United States, you can call us at 727-372-1100, and if you're located in Canada, you can call us at 519-966-4210.